in that aspect, I can only speak for myself. I know I'm not going anywhere. So, in my mind, I'm American. I was born here. Yeah, even if they did see a profitable black country, Ben, to your point, I don't think it would change a lot of their opinions like that. And I see you, Renato, Ryan, I see you. But I don't think a lot of that would change their opinion on if they seen the majority, like a functioning black country, a profitable black country actually doing something on the scale of like a Rwanda, a Wakanda. You know, even if you had an African country that was doing it big like that, I just don't see it changing the minds of the black Americans that are here. Yeah, I just don't see that shit happening, bro. I think folks are entrenched into their ideas, into their thoughts, and that's just it. Yeah, a lot of the northeastern parts of Africa are more Persian than they are black. If we want to take it there, yeah, a lot of those northern African countries, the Sierra Leones, the Morocco, the Tunisias, the Libya. Yeah, a lot of that is Arab Persian more than in Moorish than you would see, black African, sub-Saharan African type. But yeah, but here's the thing: a lot of Africans, you can't. I've never met an African, asked him where he from, and he ain't tell me he was African. They don't never tell you what country they from. They always say that they African. Like, for me, that's an irritating thing for me. Like, I feel like you insulting my intelligence every time. If I ask you where you from and you tell me you from Africa, it almost tells me like you telling me like I don't know there's 54 different countries in Africa. So when I ask you where you from, you supposed to tell me what country you from, not, what I'm saying, you from Africa. How many times as an African asks an American, hey, what country, where you from, and that person say, yeah, I'm North American. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't go around saying we North American. We don't run around doing that. But the Africans, they good for that. They good for going around saying, yeah, we're African, but what country you from? And yeah, they could be genuine people at times, but you got some that are assholes too. I mean, we got that with Americans too. Some Americans are great, and other Americans are assholes. It just depends on the American. Well, here's the thing: their cities compared to our cities is like night and day. Like, if you compare Accra to New York City, you can't even compare the two. They're both cities, right? But Accra and Ghana ain't nothing like New York City and New York State in the United States. You can't even compare the two. Like, you could tell one's a third world city and one's a first world city. Even though Accra got some of the same amenities that New York got. It has trains, it has buses, it has apartment buildings and supermarkets and shops and all that. It has all these things that New York got. But the quality of these things is what separates it. Not the fact that they have these things, it's the quality of the things that they have is what make it different. The quality of an Accra supermarket is not going to be the same as the quality of a New York supermarket. The quality of an Accra bus, an Accra public bus, isn't going to be the same as a New York City transit bus. You know what I'm saying? And that be the difference that folks fail to realize. It's not that they don't have the things; they have some of the same systems that we got, which are, let's be honest, they're all European-based systems, right? Mass transit, roads, and all that stuff. That's all European shit. But the level of quality in the system is what makes the system different. So Africa in that aspect is way behind. Like I tell folks all the time, Black Americans live far better lives than Black Africans, far better. And if they didn't, you wouldn't see so many Black Africans here. They could build on the Virgin Islands if they wanted to. I just don't think there are enough Virgin Islands to hold 50 million people. Yeah, Space Monkey, that's interesting. Yeah, the regulations and standards Asia is stricter than us though when it comes to that. Even their potato chip matches what's inside Asia is another level than us, both good and bad. Uptight. Yeah, they are very uptight. And I've been saying this, Ryan, for a long time. I've been saying that. China is the only real political, geopolitical threat to the United States that's out here for it. I mean, Russia's always going to be there because they have the nuclear weapons, but economically speaking, they're not going to ever be a threat to the United States. Where China is definitely economically, not just militarily, but economically is a threat to the United States. But folks don't see that. They let the Chinese just they do it quietly too. They don't make a bunch of noise. They just quietly go about their business, doing stuff, stealing our property, stealing our intellectual property, and they quietly doing it. They doing it on TikTok. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't gonna tell me that you got a Chinese run company not taking Americans' personal information. Not gonna tell me that that's not what's going on in a communist country. That all of a sudden they have democracy when it comes to TikTok. You don't get the fuck out of here with that. Yeah, it is going to be something to imagine. I agree. It's going to be very interesting to see how that works. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the Chinese do a lot of stuff, and I know your friend likes to say about the global corporate machine and all that, but even with that, he never takes into account the Chinese and the role that they play. Never. He never takes that into an account, which is foolish if you ask me, because it's not like they're not playing. It's not like they're not in the game. To act like that they're not in the game is like it's silly. We talking about a country that got 3 billion people, and they're communists, so they could pretty much force their people to fight and take up arms if they really want to. Those people there don't have a choice. If the army conscripts them, they're going to be on the battlefield, whether they like it or not. See, here, you ain't going to have that here. If you had a draft here in America, it'd be anarchy. As for helping Puerto Rico, I think Puerto Rico has gotten a lot of help from the United States over the years. But the problem with Puerto Rico is they don't get the help that they really could get because they don't want to become a state. I think once Puerto Rico just submits to statehood, then they will get all of the same benefits that all the other 50 states get. But the fact that they want to stay a commonwealth and or a territory limits them on what, what the United States is willing to do for them. But again, that's just my personal opinion. But in terms of blacks, going to the Virgin Islands and building it up and having a whole majority black country there, it's not enough Virgin Island for that. And then they don't want to be, and then you're going to get a lot of blacks that's going to be like, why I got to leave where I'm at to go somewhere else when I'm from here. I don't know if it would necessarily be beneficial, but it would definitely, what it would be a different perspective, is what it would be. Now, I don't know how beneficial that would be in the end, but it would definitely be a different perspective. Studying on the Virgin Islands and learning about their culture, but they have a whole nother culture that's not mainland U.S. culture, so the perspective would be different. But in terms of it being beneficial, I don't know if it would be beneficial like that. Well, we could see though. Yeah, we'll definitely see how that will work out. I would love, and to your point, Ryan, I don't know if there's a GCM as Brave suggests, but there is something out here that's controlling stuff. There are people out here, I believe, that's controlling stuff. And they always gonna, be in the shadows. We never gonna really know who they are, at least not by face. They're always gonna have faces in the media, figureheads that we could look at. But to actually know what's really going on behind the scenes is we're never gonna know what's going on behind the scenes. We're never gonna see that, in my opinion. But yeah, for all y'all that's in here, man, I appreciate y'all coming in here, chatting it up. Like, share, subscribe, share the video, hit the like button, the Cash App at the bottom of the screen if you want to donate to the channel. And yeah, man, we freestyling at this point. We flying high and freestyling. And speaking of flying high, the beauty of being a small little channel like mine is that you could literally fly high. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right. Yeah, that's the beauty of being on a small little channel. You have a small little channel, you could do stuff that you can't do when you're monetized and all that. You can't have a drink, you can't smoke, you can't do a bunch of stuff. And Ben, to your point, if FBAs were to get a country, they would ruin it in 50 years, in my opinion. Yeah, they could get them a country, but how they gonna do business is my thing. You could get you a country, but if you don't have no industry, how you gonna get that country to run? You know what I'm saying? And that's my issue with the whole FBA thing. Like, you have no industry and no infrastructure for the stuff that you talking about. Yeah, we need our own stuff. We need to do this and we need to do that, but you don't own anything to do any of these things. Like, all you have is the labor. And some of y'all got the skill sets. You understand what I'm saying? There are plenty of FBAs out here with the skill sets to do some of this stuff. That ain't the issue, is the skill set. The problem is that you don't have the money. And it's just not enough for y'all. It's a numbers game at the end of the day, and they just don't have it. You don't have the numbers. There are more coons than there are FBAs. And as long as it stay like that, you're never gonna have like a real FBA thing like that. Because the coons outnumber the FBA. So until you deal with that, you don't even have the foundation to build on, because your own people are divided still. You have to unite the people first before you do anything. You can't build something from a divide. Like, that shit ain't gonna work, at least not for a long period of time. It might work in the short term, but it ain't gonna work in the long term. A house divided don't never last long. Last time I checked. But it is what it is. That's just, me talking. It's my opinion. So on that front, it is what it is with the whole FBA thing. And in terms of the lineage thing, there's plenty of proof out here that there were, non-African Black Americans in the Americas long before Christopher Columbus. There's proof of that. I've been on other panels. I have the link in my phone. You know what I mean? So I understand. I've researched this. There were non-African Black people in the Americas before Columbus got here. And if you want to dispute that, you could always look at the freaking geography. When you live at or near the equator, you're gonna be of darker skin. That's just a fact. And yeah, that part, Randall, people, we gonna smoke. That part. And I think that a lot of these athletes are smoking on the low, and they smoking on their off days. I'm not saying they getting high during the game or before the games, but they definitely are getting high. I smoke weed, so I could look at a motherfucker and see that he's smoking. Yeah, because weed smokers know other weed smokers. That's just what it is. It's just like a crackhead know what another crackhead. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's the same thing. They have a distinct look. A person who smokes weed has a distinct look to them. Just like a person who drinks have a distinct look to them. A drinker know another drinker when they see one. Just like a smoker know another smoker when they see one. But again, these are all just, my opinions. I don't get to air my opinions much. I be on other people's panels arguing and, debating and going through stuff. So I figured, I'm going to have me a show, a nice little show, which I do every Saturday, by the way, and where I could have my say, and I don't got to worry about being dropped and being put in the back, and you know what I mean, because I disagree with what you talking about. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of having your own stream, where you can say what you want and don't have to see. Like me, I'm fair. Like my link is posted at the top of the screen. I pin my link so anybody could come up on the panel and give their opinion if they want to give their opinion. I ain't one of them people. I ain't fit to mute you. I ain't fit to like throw you in the back and all that other stuff. Because if you can't hear a person out, you understand what I'm saying? Then that tells me that you here just to push a narrative. Because if you're not here to push a narrative, you got to be able to take pushback, even on your own argument. Because you could be wrong. Nobody's 100% right all of the time. So yeah, I'm not that. I'm not going to let you get all vulgar and crazy. I'm not going to let you be disrespectful and all that. No, I ain't going to do all that. But I will let you talk and give you your say. You know what I mean? I'm fair. I try to let you, dig your own hole, basically. Okay, we nice and set up now, huh, Skywalker? Yeah. We got the mic. We got the t-shirt. You got your uniform on. Got your earbud in. All you missing is the producer, the person in the back to give you your cue.
You the producer, host. Yeah, man. I was gonna cook me some like a little taco salad.
Right.
I'll wait. I had me a sandwich from yesterday. I forgot a public sandwich. I forgot I had that bitch in there.
So Skyward, let me ask you, what do you know how to cook?
Nothing. Spaghetti.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I used to be a cook. You hear what I said? I used to be a cook.
Really?
Yeah. I used to be a cook on the grill. But now I don't know how to cook shit. I forgot everything. But no, I don't know how to cook nothing. Cook spaghetti.
So like the short order cook is what you used to do, like in the Waffle House, something like that?
No, I used to be a grill cook, like make steaks and stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. Where was that? Like Golden Corral?
One was at Golden Corral. That was a long time ago. It went out like 18. But the last recent one was at a place called Salt Shack on the Bay. You know what I mean? It was they did a seafood, burger, steak, whatever. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's what's up. Let's see what Ben talking about. It says, can you join Bob and start giving a segment on his channel on weekdays because they have no one on in the days. Collaboration is key. 24/7 news cycle. BD, you're very knowledgeable. I appreciate that. And Bob got some very knowledgeable people come on his panel too. They just like to have fun and cause chaos. That's all I know.
CT's about to start another one.
Yeah, he supposed to be having Andrew Wilson, Laputo, I think supposed to be having.
Oh, he must be gonna keep this one going and then do the other one in 30 minutes.
Yeah, he's supposed to be having him and Laputo, Andrew Wilson. You know what I mean? I think he isn't he like a famous YouTuber, Andrew Wilson?
Yeah.
For like debating folks and stuff like that.
Yeah, he's a famous debater. He debates Christian theology and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So he's one of those guys that like, getting into the religion and all that.
Yeah, and he likes to have them 304s up there, and you know what I mean. Tell them, which I see what he's doing, but I wouldn't waste my time on no damn 304s that don't want. You know what I mean? They want to be only fan models and shit, and you wasting your time with that. I wouldn't.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that either. Especially, I try to stay away from all the religious stuff.
The what?
The religious stuff,
Oh yeah.
because I noticed that the religious stuff tends to trigger people,
I
and
don't understand
people
why.
get caught up in their emotions and stop making logical arguments when it comes to the religious stuff.
You don't tell me what you ain't telling me nothing I don't know because no, I was trying to have someone talk about it one day over there. No, I mean this was earlier on, and got mad. You know what I mean? Like goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Shit, how you gonna get mad with me? And I'm not. I don't even know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? Like with the debating and shit. And if you come up and someone wants to debate you, oh, that's what I don't talk about a religion. Well, what's the use? I don't know. I understand why he's saying that, but mm, I just
Well, yeah,
you
well, a lot of this is byproducts of what CT was doing. CT is the reason is pretty much the reason what made me think about starting to do a podcast. I'm like, this tether ass nigga could do one. I could do one too. You
yeah,
understand what I'm saying? And I don't have to have all the chaos and calamity that he do on his thing, but he do his thing at the end of the day. So I'm not mad at him at all. And Bob the same way. Bob his chaos is a little bit more organized, but it's still chaos. You know what I mean? And it's very entertaining. And I just want to be different. That's why I chose, to do sports because that's my wheelhouse anyway. Like I like to talk sports, and I
yeah,
watch all sports, even the sports a lot of y'all don't watch. Like one day I'm going to do a wrestling show for all of us grown little kids who want to be 8 years old again, where I could talk about Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair and live out my nostalgia.
yeah,
Yeah, one day. One
yeah.
day I'm
That's
going to
what's
do a
up.
wrestling show. Next year, one day next year, I'm going to do a wrestling show. Because, as little kids, we all watched wrestling as little kids. Ain't no
Stone
little
Cold
kid,
Steve
none of
Austin
y'all
was
going
the
to tell
best.
me y'all didn't watch wrestling as a little kid. None of y'all. But all of
Stone
y'all
Cold
did.
Steve Austin was the best wrestler.
I mean, he was good. I can't call him the best, though.
He was the goat.
Nah, not. I think Ric Flair is the GOAT, if you ask me. But everybody opinion different. Some people gonna say Stone Cold, some people gonna say The Rock, some people gonna say Hulk Hogan, some people gonna say Andre the Giant, Sting. There's plenty of wrestlers to go around that you could give that, you know, GOAT quality stuff to.
Yeah,
But for me, it'd have to be Ric Flair. Ric Flair could actually wrestle, and he gave by far the best promo. Nobody gave a better promo than Ric Flair.
yeah.
Nobody. Not Stone Cold, not The Rock, not nobody. Like Ric Flair at his peak. When it comes to promo, yeah, he was that dude. Hey, Skywalker, have you caught any of these bowl games? And are you ready for your Hurricanes in Ohio State?
That's the only game I caught.
Now I'm talking about the bowl games that's going on right now.
Oh no, the game is on right now too. You ain't gonna watch
Yeah,
it?
you talking about the NFL game, the
Yeah,
Texans Chargers? Yeah, it just started.
I'll put that in the corner.
Yeah, that game just started. But yeah, you got all the other little bowl games going on. The Georgia Tech BYU that they playing right now. But again, nobody cares about those bowl games anymore. Why are you on here twice? You changing things real quick? Yeah, Ric Flair, he was the greatest promo in terms of doing promos. Ric Flair is the greatest I've ever seen when it comes to that. Yeah, Ric Flair promo was he was him. If Ric Flair's number one, I guess for me, Chris Jericho would be number two, and then you would have Stone Cold and The Rock and them guys. But those two guys, Ric Flair and Chris Jericho, in terms of like doing the promo, the actual talk. Oh, don't let me leave out CM Punk. CM Punk is a fucking monster too. on the promo shit. I don't want to leave CM Punk out there like that because he's really good too. But for me, yeah, it'd be Ric Flair, Chris Jericho. Like those two dudes know how to give a fucking promo. Yeah. So is that a hybrid you got there, sir?
I don't know. I'm about to hit it and tell you. I just got it. I think it's the same thing as we got last time. I try to spread it, you know what I mean? But there's one dude I've been getting the shit from, right? When I tell you that shit's been tasting nasty, and when you listen, usually he has gas too, you know what I mean?
Right.
And now lately it's just been like, oh man, I don't want that shit. You know what I mean? I keep on waiting weak and then trying you out again, and then next thing you know, this bullshit again. You know what I mean? I want, man, yeah, that shit.
And what I know about North Texas, I got to see one of their games this year about North Texas, but they play San Diego State. I think that it's the New Mexico Bowl they playing tonight. North Texas. And yeah, I think they're gonna have a couple of dudes that get to the NFL too. North Texas. To answer your question. And the list was funny by Jericho. Yeah, Chris Jericho was that guy. Especially when it comes to like doing the promos. Like Jericho, him, CM Punk, they right there. But Ric Flair is, in my opinion, Ric Flair is the greatest when it comes to that.
Rock used to do it. Rock used to do his thing.
Yeah, The Rock, Stone Cold, listen, all of them may cut.
Oh man, you leaving out Eddie Guerrero and them though, man. Come on, man. You can't leave him out.
I left out a lot of people.
Damn.
You know what I mean? But
they used to come in with the 6'4".
Yeah, you had a lot of people that cut really good promos. You understand what I'm saying? But I think Ric Flair was the best out of all of them. Like Ric Flair, every promo he cut was classic. Like you could take something out of every Ric Flair promo and make it something else. Like, yeah, Ric Flair was he was just a genius at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Eddie Guerrero was pretty good too with the lying, the cheating, the stealing. Yeah, that gimmick went forth for him. And I used to hear people say that on the street too. So you know when you hear it in the street that it done graduated, it done went far.
Yeah. We lie. We cheat.
You start to hear that stuff in the streets.
That was that gas. Wrestling used to be good, but then it turned bullshit. I mean, like real, but I don't know. It was more of a show.
It is more of a show now, but wrestling is starting to make a comeback, Skywalker. Like you're starting to see the reset button in pro wrestling now, where the wrestlers are getting younger. A lot of these guys now that's coming up, they're in their 20s. You understand what I'm saying? All of the older folks that we grew up watching, well, I won't say I was grown already, but folks like the Randy Orton and Batista, Triple H, and those guys, right? New DX, Shawn Michaels, those guys, those guys are gone now. It's a whole new thing. John Cena was pretty much the last of them. And now that he gone, you know what I'm saying? Like now it's all pretty much all new dudes.
Yeah.
Pretty much in their 20s. I think CM Punk is like the last one left of the old guard. Early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s. You have CM Punk and you have if you know about AEW, you have Samoa Joe.
Nope. Never watched AEW. I used to watch it.
You've never watched
UFC? Nope. UFC, WWF, and then WWE.
Yeah, and then you got Cody Rhodes, right? Cody
Rhodes. WCW.
He's pretty up there too. Even though he looks young, Cody Rhodes is like almost 50.
Yeah, I know Cody. Yeah, Cody Rhodes. Yeah, he's old as hell.
Yeah, Cody Rhodes been doing it a long, long time, like almost 25 years.
I'm glad John Cena retired, and now that Robin needs to retire. All these old people need to retire and let the new people come in. Even if you got like people like Jake Paul, Logan Paul making boxing good again and shit like that. Well, I don't know. Well,
Well, actually, Logan Paul is actually a really decent wrestler, believe it or not, and
yeah,
he's
that's what I'm
athletic
saying.
for real. Like that dude is really athletic, Logan Paul.
Oh, I know I brought him up for a reason, right? He's trying to call out Patty Bamlett. You know who that
Patty
is?
who?
Patty, Pamlet. They
No,
call
I've
him
never heard of him.
Patty the Baddie Pamlet. He's a Irish dude. He fights in UFC.
Oh, okay.
Dude's a beast. Look him up. If you see how he fights, man, the white dude's a monster, right? But then he got out of shape and he quit. You know what I'm saying? Then or whatever. But then he got back in shape. He got real fat. Now Logan Paul's trying to call him out. A
Okay, while
UFC
he's
fight.
fat and out of shape, huh? So he could take
No,
advantage of it.
he ain't fat and out of shape no more.
Oh, he
But he's
got back in
calling him
shape.
out, right? Yeah, and he's calling him out. And Patty Bamlet, you know what I'm saying? When he I think it's Pamlet or Bamlet. I forgot how to say his last name. But he did an interview asking, he said he'll break his leg in 3, 4 different places, tear his ligament, everything. He said he ain't gonna fuck around with him like that because he ain't on that playing shit. You know what I mean? This is real. I guess you just gotta look at it. Look it up and you'll see what I'm talking about. The
Right.
white dude's a beast. He hasn't fought in the UFC for a while, but he's a beast.
Oh yeah, okay. I go look him up. Yeah, I don't know what the Rock daughter gonna do though. She's been in NXT, just kind of been in there, just kind of in and out on the NXT thing. Right now, the Rock's daughter I'm talking about. But I don't know what she's
I
gonna
didn't know
do
she,
right now. She's probably still a couple more years away. The
I didn't
Rock's
know
daughter.
she was trying to wrestle.
Yeah, she's in NXT, the Rock daughter. She's not
Damn, they got a
wrestling
lot of
though.
content.
She's like the GM of NXT, the Rock's daughter. She plays
Oh, so
general
she's
manager
gonna be
role, like how Stephanie
she's
McMahon
gonna,
used to do back in
yeah,
the
I'm about
day.
to say she's gonna be like Stephanie McMahon.
Yeah, that's what the Rock daughter do in NXT.
Yeah,
So
I know.
she, in
That's
terms
like,
of
what's
like
the
wrestling,
score?
even Stephanie jumped her ass into the ring a couple of times. So like,
Yeah,
it's only a matter of time before the Rock daughter actually jump into the ring because we can't see how good they really are until we see them in the ring. And yeah, she is very pretty, but she's a baby to me, so I don't look at her like. But yeah, she is very pretty.
that's
She's
crazy.
Samoan. She got that
They,
Samoan and white in
I
her.
guess
So
following the yeah, she's following the daddy's way, so ain't nothing wrong with that.
yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know,
I
wrestling
mean,
is a generational thing anyway.
yep,
A lot of these people are third and fourth generation wrestlers to begin with.
yep,
Remember Cody Rhodes is Dusty Rhodes' son, and Mike Rotunda and the Wyatts, all those that's his sons, and Braun Breakers is Rick Steiner's son, and I mean a lot of the whole Samoan, all of them are related. All the Samoans, the Roman Reigns,
they all related to the Rock, right?
yeah, not just the
They
Rock,
all
they're all
related to the
related
Rock.
to each other. Yeah, they're all related to each other and the
Yeah, but what I'm
Rock.
saying is, yeah, but the Rock came in way before him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, the Rock was there first. He's
All
there
of them
before.
dudes. Yeah,
He's there
I
before
think he
all of
brought him
them.
in. That's what I'm saying. Like
Yeah,
what you said, it's like what I mean, it's generational, whatever you call
yeah. And it
it.
wasn't just the Rock. You got to remember the Rock had cousins that he was with fighting that was his generation. Rikishi, Yokozuna, Umanga. You understand what I'm saying? Those are all the
Yeah,
Rock's, big cousins.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah. I'm about to say that. I was about to say I forgot about yeah, because he went into football, then he went into wrestling after he didn't make it.
Right. But his cousins were in wrestling before all that. Yokozuna was there before The Rock.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm
I
saying?
remember that. That's what I'm saying. His cousins were there, and he was in football. And then, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, he got older, you know what I'm saying? He got out of football, whatever. Then he came, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, damn. It's like nostalgic, you know what I mean? Not
Yeah,
nostalgic, but
it's a lot of them. The Samoan contingent,
yeah,
the Samoan contingent, it's a lot of them. Like they had a lot of kids, and their kids just kept wrestling. So now they're in like their fifth or sixth, almost their fifth generation. Because if we take it all the way back, right? If you remember the Wild Samoans, you might be old enough to remember the Wild Samoans. The Wild Samoans were a tag team in the old WWF. You understand what I'm saying? Then they were called the Head Shrinkers came later, but that was the Wild Samoan kids. That was Ming and somebody else, the Head Shrinkers. But yeah, the Wild Samoans, Sophie and Afa, I think their name was. They the ones who started the whole Samoan dynasty. It was them and Rocky Johnson, because that's the Rock Father. Rocky Johnson was the Rock Father.
Yeah,
he was a wrestler too.
Do you think that Hardy Boys are gonna have any kids or any family in the I like them two. They were raw. Them two with the one chick. What's the name? Trish. What's the name? What's the one that she was with?
Yeah, I think it was Jeff Hardy that fucked with Lita.
That's what it was. The other tag team girls. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, but I don't know if they had any kids. I don't know if the Hardys had any kids. Hey, Ink, what's good with you, bro? I felt bad for you last Sunday watching Tampa blow that game in Carolina. Man.
Carolina is leading. Carolina is in the lead in y'all's division. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know that was rough to watch that.
That's crazy.
Baker gave that game away, bro. He threw that pick at the end in a throw that he wasn't supposed to make. Like, I don't know what he was thinking.
He zagged when he should have zagged.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell was.
Hey, you see, you ain't been talking about Shador's trash ass, though. I see you ain't been talking about Shador's trash ass.
Look, Shador gonna be fine. Shador just on a bad team. He just on a bad team.
I just want to know why they weren't saying this. And I'm not a Dylan Gabriel fan. I'm a Cam Ward fan if I had a quarterback in this draft. But why wasn't this same being said when Dylan Gabriel was out there? Dylan Gabriel was trash, this and that, all this, you know what I mean? Come on, man. I need to stop.
Skywalker, you already know the answer to that. They wasn't trying to give Dylan
That's why I don't like Bryce James. That's why I don't like. Hey, that's why I don't like Ronnie. You know what I mean? That's why I don't like running. I you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm a Brown fan, but I don't like that because they try to force him on you. You know what I mean?
Right.
Instead of doing like Steph Curry and them come up and earn that shit, they try to force. Now he is getting better a little bit. Yeah, I can give him that.
Getting better. He's making incremental steps, but not no big.
I like Bryce.
Huge leap. I like Bryce is the one.
But they've been sitting him in a couple of the games and shit. I don't know why.
Listen, Bryce is the one at the end of the day because he's gonna have the size. See, Bronny's never gonna have the size to like really be dominant like that. He'll be an okay NBA player, but he
imagine if Bryce
all-star or nothing like that. Bryce, on the other hand, he got
imagine if Bryce. Imagine if Bryce fit in the image of his dad with a better dribble and a better shot.
He's gonna be unstoppable if it's like that. Listen, if Bryce come into the league with a jump shot,
he's number at 17, right? He's 16. What is he? 16,
17. Right. 16, 17. Listen, if Bryce
and he's what 6'6" already. He's like 6'6", right?
Already, yeah.
17. He still got at least 7 more years to grow.
8 years, right? About 8 years till he's 24.
I say 24. 20. Yeah, I say 24. Oh yeah, 8 years. Yeah. I'm tripping. Well, 7 more years. He's 17.
24.
7 more years.
Listen, if Bryce come into the league with a jump shot already, you can forget it. People forget. As much as I'm a LeBron fan, but LeBron didn't have a jump shot when he first came into the NBA. He had to get to the rim. He ain't have a jump shot like that.
And it's a shooter's game now.
You understand what I'm saying? So if Bryce come in
they couldn't stop him.
The game and he already got a shot.
BD. They couldn't stop him though, BD.
No,
they couldn't stop him though.
Listen, Zion Williamson don't got a jump shot either. Neither do Giannis, right? And they can't stop them still, right? They can't stop. They don't have nothing for Zion when he's healthy. They definitely.
Hey, man, I seen that goddamn Victor, right? Hey, I seen Victor take like 3 steps from the half court, damn near half court, and like I think he dunked it or laid it up, something like that. That was crazy to see that
Oh
shit.
yeah, Victor. Listen, you
Motherfucker took
see
like
they
three
bringing Victor.
steps.
They playing Wimby off the bench. They not even starting him. They're playing Wimby off of the bench, which is crazy work.
That's actually really smart.
Yeah, it saves Wimby strength and it saves his minutes too. It is smart to bring him off the bench.
It pulls out their second line against Wemby.
Right. Which is a mismatch all day long.
Even if he has to play the first line for a few minutes, he's going to wear them out.
Right. Yeah, ain't nothing you doing with Wemby. And in terms of Melo Jr., you talking about Kyan Anthony. Kyan Anthony is good right now. He's not NBA ready though.
How's the setup look, BD?
Oh yeah, I like it. I love the mic.
How's the sound? Sound all right? My
all type of stuff. Yeah, I love the microphone.
I could change the colors on it too.
Oh yeah? Yeah, that's cool. I love the mic that it glow and all that. I think that's super cool. And yeah, Cooper Flag is beginning to bust ass, Ben. Yeah, Cooper Flag is starting to find himself.
Hey, made history. He made history the other night.
Right, he scored more than 25
first rookie, first ended. Yeah, but something else. I forgot it was he scored like 40 or something like that, or 50. I forgot what it was. It was like a couple nights ago. He scored he did something and they said yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely
starting to watch out.
And yeah, and Cooper Flag already got the size. And you know what? Cooper Flag is going to still be growing. Next year, Cooper Flag probably going to be like 6'10". If he have another growth spurt, he already 6'7", 6'8" now. He only 18. So you know he's going to grow some more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when he's going to be like 6'10", Cooper Flag. And you come back, bro. But yes, Cooper Flag gonna be crazy. If he gained 2 more inches, you can forget it. What you gonna do with him?
The white
he gotta work on his midi some more though. His midi not polished like how it should be. But then again, he's 18, so I can't really like get on him. He's still killing at 18. He's 18. He's a kid. Giving, putting up 44 on grown men. So just that in itself, Dallas going to be dangerous when Kyrie come back. When Kyrie come back and they get a healthy Anthony Davis to go with Cooper Flag, yeah, that's going to be different. Yeah, that's going to be very different.
There's someone talking about the Lakers the other day, right?
They look bad right now.
Yeah, and how they said they're working for the future, and they got AR on the damn bench.
Yeah, AR hurt though. He has a strained calf. He's gonna be out for a month.
Oh, the way they motherfucker made it seem like they just got him. They just sat him down for no reason.
Nah, he's hurt.
Because last time I checked, when them 3 are healthy, all 3 of them are on the court.
Yeah.
Starting out.
Yeah, starting out. Yeah, he's going to be gone at least a month, though. Austin Reeves.
He played a couple games injured, too, didn't he?
Yeah, he tried to play through the injury. He came back too quick, and he restrained his calf. That's why they're going to sit him out now for like a month, because he came back too fast, and he wasn't the same. So now he's going to sit out for like a month, maybe a month and a half. But the Lakers' problem ain't the offense. They could score points. The Lakers' problem is they don't play no defense.
Mm-hmm.
And, Luka is not the defensive, he's not great defensively like that. So if he's not scoring points,
the last big man
for you on defense.
The last real big man in the league, they traded away. Anthony Davis is the last real big man in the league. You hear me?
You must not. Have you watched any Pelican games this year, Skywalker?
Nope.
Okay, well, there's a dude on the Pelicans. His name is Derek Queen, And he's a for real big man too, if you ask me. And the dude on Houston, Singuna, he's a real big man too, if you ask me. Yeah,
Alprin Sengun.
yeah, Sanguna.
Damn, I forgot his name. I
Yeah,
forgot how you say it.
Sanguna something, but
Yes,
he can play.
Sengun. You said that right, but the first name is like Alprin or damn, I forgot his name. He balling.
Yeah, he get right. For a
What
big
is
man, he get right.
all over the.
what is Jaime Jaquez been doing?
Not nothing that's spectacular.
He showed out last year.
Yeah, but you know, at the end of the day, the premier center in the league is still Joker. At the end of the day, he's the premier center. Embiid just came back last night and got dunked on.
Embiid is.
But Embiid, I can't say Embiid trash. He has an MVP, so he's not trash. He just fragile.
Damn, that don't mean shit.
After
just
his injury, he
fragile.
never came back the same, bro.
MVP don't mean shit. You know what I mean? I hate people. That's why I don't think they should get paid until their end of their career.
Yeah. Good luck with doing that shit. You
Yeah,
have a
well,
lot
hey,
of
man.
men playing basketball moving forward. If you ain't
You know how much? Listen, bro. If you look at the YouTubers nowadays and look at the views that they be getting, they get good views. You know what I mean? Like man, like if you start doing some shit like that, and you know what I'm saying, man, shit. Man, these people ain't gonna want to see these people no more. Man.
and Ben
I'm getting tired of them.
they could
I'm getting tired of them.
Dallas could have paid Jalen Brunson, but Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic are kind of like the same kind of player, and both of them need the ball, so they wouldn't have been able to coexist together.
Well, I know I wouldn't do something. If I was these owners, they got them. They okay. These
Now I'm just
people,
saying
these
their
people making
styles
money.
are similar, so they wouldn't have been able to coexist together. Jalen Brunson and Luka Doncic, when both of them was on Dallas at the same time, like they both need the ball. So like if you take the ball away from them, it kind of hurts them. So that's why they had to break them up. And besides, I'm happy. Listen, Jalen Brunson's the best thing that ever happened to the New York Knicks.
I can't go for that. You know what I mean? Yeah, for you like it because you're a New York Knick, New York Knick, but I can't go for that. So look at over there right now. Kyrie and Cooper Flag. Them two are wind up gonna need the ball. You know what I mean? All the time. Shit,
Well,
it's
here's the
happened
thing.
before.
Once Kyrie get healthy, the Dallas Mavericks become a very dangerous team. Once Kyrie get healthy, because now you can't just focus on Cooper Flag and Anthony Davis no more. Because Kyrie, out of everybody, he's probably the best one-on-one basketball player in the NBA. When it comes to just one-on-one, who you know can stay in front of Kyrie on the defensive end?
Nothing. He just be playing too much. Know what I mean? He likes to toy with the people in front of him sometimes.
Yeah, Kyrie play with his food. But you know, that's the street shit in him. Yeah, he play with his food, but can't nobody really stay in front of him like that. Not for real. His dribble is too crazy. I've never seen Kyrie get ripped.
Yeah,
When the last time you ever seen Kyrie get cookied, just straight up cookied? Right? You don't see that shit. Like, that's rare. Everybody in basketball gets ripped. I've seen LeBron get ripped. You understand what I'm saying? I've seen Steph get ripped.
Yep.
Like clean ripped. But I've never seen Kyrie Irving get clean ripped ever. And
Yeah,
that's the problem with AD.
MJ get ripped too. I seen MJ get ripped too.
Right. You've seen a lot of people get ripped. I've never seen Kyrie get ripped. Not cleanly. I ain't never seen nobody just cleanly cookie Kyrie. Like the boy handles is just insane. But yeah, AD would be a monster if AD could stay healthy, but AD can't never stay healthy. Never. And the 1 year he did say stay healthy is, the chip that nobody likes to count, the bubble ring. That was the one year Anthony Davis was able to stay healthy. The year the Lakers won the ring in the
Bro,
bubble.
no, a lot of them, a lot of these damn players saying that that was one of the hardest, one of the hardest, whatchamacallits to go through championships.
Oh yeah, the bubble stuff. Yeah, because you was isolated and you was playing in
And
front of
everybody talking about it. Oh, that should
you
have an
playing in
asterisk.
front
It
of
should have an
screens and not
asterisk.
real fans.
It should have an asterisk. Asterisk. Man, shut up. Know what I
Nah,
mean?
but a championship is a championship, regardless of how you got that championship. It's a championship.
Yeah, we almost
They don't
got it
want to
back.
take. If that's the hey, if that's the case, you know what I'm saying? The one when LeBron lost Kyrie and Kevin Love, that should have an asterisk by that too, right? Right? I'm just saying, you
I
know,
don't think that would have an
in our
asterisk by
reality.
it because it wasn't. It was in front of people. It wasn't no special circumstance like the bubble was.
The I even go further. The Golden State lost to Raptors. Asterisk. No, you think so?
Why? Because Clay got hurt
Clay and Steph was
and
hurt.
Durant. Yeah,
And
it was
Durant,
Clay and
Steph,
Durant
everyone
on the
heard
court.
that. Durant, Durant, Clay, all of them got hurt.
Yeah, they all got hurt. Right.
Asterisk, that one. You know what I mean? I'm not biased, bro. You know what I mean? We're gonna asterisk everything. We're gonna go through and asterisk some shit. You feel me?
We got
You know what I mean?
asterisk line by
Yeah,
line asterisk some shit.
yeah. We can ask for some of them fucking three peats that Jordan had. If you want to say something about it, you know what I mean? Because let's go. You know what I'm saying?
Which one
Like
would
they
you
are
asterisk out of the
all,
Jordan?
all of them, all of them.
Not
Because
all of them.
yeah,
Listen,
all of them.
the 72
Because
and
Scotty was
10
there.
ball team. There wasn't nobody beating that 72 and 10 ball team. Wasn't nobody beating them. I don't care. Wasn't nobody beating them. That first ring of the second three-peat, the
I know
first
they
one
talking shit in the chat right now
wasn't.
about what I
Yeah,
just
no,
said.
wasn't nobody fucking with them. That 72 and 10 ball team, that's probably the greatest NBA team ever. And they won the chip. Wasn't nobody really messing with them. I take that 96 ball team against any team you throw at me.
I'm here, y'all. I ain't going
Any
nowhere.
team you throw at me, I will take the 96 Bulls.
14 nothing, y'all. 14 nothing. 14 nothing. Let's go.
You talking
I
about
don't
the
know why.
Texan game?
Yeah, it's 14 nothing. Houston got the ball now. I think so. Houston got the ball back.
And they got the ball already. Hold on.
Yeah, Stroud had 2 touchdowns in the first 5 minutes.
And they got the ball back. That's crazy. Or they might be kicking it off.
We go check that out real quick. Beauty of Stream East. You can do it in real time. But yeah, in terms of that, I see the asterisk. That 72 and 10 Jordan team. I don't think there is an asterisk for that. They were just dominant, and wasn't nobody gonna really beat
I'm
them.
just saying, like that. I get tired of this narrative of the only one in history that should ever have an asterisk got to be put with LeBron's name because of bubble. You know what I mean? Everybody talking about everybody that played and then talking about how hard it was. Now the people on the outside, just because they you see where I'm coming from?
Right. No,
That's
I
all
dig
I'm
it.
saying.
Listen, the bubble, people want to have issues with the bubble because of how it was played. But listen, they still want to ring at the end of the day. It still counts.
Listen, people had a problem because of who it was. Let's keep it real. You know what I mean? If it was been anybody else that won that goddamn thing, if LeBron would have lost in that damn bubble, people would have been clowning him, laughing at him, and they would have they would you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. They need nah.
Well, it was the
They
one
ain't.
tried
time
to
the
beat 'em.
Lakers beat Denver was in the bubble because they've struggled with the Nuggets since the bubble.
Yeah.
They beat Miami in the bubble too.
Yeah, they beat Miami in the bubble too. Yeah, that's how they won the championship. They beat Miami. And poor Jimmy Butler, like he seems to be different on Golden State. He's not the same Jimmy Butler he was on Miami, that's for sure.
No,
At least I don't
I think there's too
so.
many conflicting personalities.
I think he's still trying to get antiquated with Steph, like, and Draymond, like trying to fit in. I think he's not being able to play his game like he should be able to play his game because of that. That's just my personal opinion, but I think Jimmy Butler, Golden State, it fit him last year for what they were trying to do, but I think overall Jimmy Butler don't fit good on Golden State.
No,
I think
Man,
he
Man,
fit much
shooters, they
better
need
on the
number
Heat.
until Steph leave, they need number shooters over there. Number shooters and passers.
they're in such a
Know what I
decline
mean?
right now.
That's it.
Yeah, Golden State is missing another shooter. They missing another
And
knockdown
if and
three-point shooter.
see and if they ain't got someone like Draymond over there, then they dead. They all the way dead. You know what I mean? Like then you know what I mean? Like they have to have Draymond to put a batter in their back. Nah, they
Well, my
trash.
thing is Draymond is limited to what he could do on the offensive end. Like he's a great, facilitator and all that stuff, but you could just leave Draymond open all day and just take your
Yeah,
chances. Now, if he hitting the shot, then you in trouble. But 9 times out of 10, he ain't gonna be hitting the shot like that. And Jamal
yeah,
Murray, Ben, to your point, I love Jamal Murray. I think Jamal Murray is a beast. His issue is like with a lot of players, he just can't stay healthy long enough. And they wasting Joker prime right now with him not being able to stay healthy. You wasting Joker's prime years right now. Like Jamal Murray, I'm talking about, by not being able to stay healthy. Because when he healthy, you already see they capable of winning the chip. The two of
yeah,
them, when they healthy, they done proved that already that they could win you a chip when both of them are healthy. Now Joker
yeah,
don't never get hurt. You notice that? Joker never gets hurt.
yeah.
As
Hmm.
big as slow moving Joker may be, Joker is very durable and he don't ever get hurt. Where
Yeah.
Jamal Murray
Hey
can't stay
BD.
healthy to save his life.
Hey BD. Hey
Yeah.
man, appreciate you for having me up. I don't know if you
Oh
still
yeah, for
see me.
sure.
I'm up there. Okay. I gotta go get dressed. No, not dressed, but take shower and get, you know what I'm saying, do the thing, get ready for tonight.
Oh yeah, for sure. Thank you
I'll
for
holler
coming
at
on,
you. If you
Skywalker.
come that way, I'll holler at you.
Oh
Great
yeah, for sure.
show. Nice having you up. Hey man, y'all come on. Y'all spread the word. You know what I'm saying? BD, Big Dog Sports. Y'all come on and help them out. You know what I'm saying? Get them up some viewers, get them up to subscribers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all help them get monetized. We can get them super chats coming in, man. Um,
Yeah, that'd be real nice.
appreciate
Get
you,
some
like
super chat.
always. You know what I'm saying? Great show. I'll
All
holler
right,
at you later.
appreciate you, Skywalker.
All
I'll see you in a
righty.
little while.
All right, Sky.
So, Ink, what do you think about the game so far? About the Texans and Chargers?
Yeah, I think the Chargers need to straighten their defense out and stop letting these long bombs.
Yeah, they are giving up the deep ball a lot.
And they also need to start getting the ball moving down the field.
Yeah, the
Chargers are
Chargers
looking
look
really bad right
sluggish for a playoff team. They look, like they walking asleep at the switch right now. Yeah, they look really flat. The
Yeah,
Chargers
it's
right
not-
now.
definitely not the team to bet on today.
Right, that part. Yeah, he not hurt
Like,
right now. I mean, in terms of Jamal Murray, he just don't stay healthy long enough for Denver, to do anything. Like he get hurt at critical periods of time. Like, and that's my thing. Like, you can't be getting hurt at critical periods of time. Like, Chris Paul had that same issue. Chris Paul, he would be healthy all regular season, and then the playoffs come when you actually need him to be around, and then he fuck around, get hurt.
Yeah.
Jamal Murray has that same issue. Like, When he's not hurt, Denver is dangerous when he's not hurt. When he's not hurt, Denver could fuck around, win a ring.
Yeah, they're a championship team.
Yeah, they're a championship team when Murray is healthy. And, San Antonio is exposing OKC right now. They don't seem to have nothing for the Spurs. OKC, they beating on everybody else, but they can't seem to solve the riddle of Wembanyama.
I don't think anybody can solve that riddle.
Yeah, I don't think anybody can either. This Wemby's just a whole nother. He's on a whole nother thing. Wemby, like
he's out rebounding everybody. The biggest thing with him is keeping him out of the paint, having a 3-point somebody that can shoot on him.
Yeah, and that's the thing is if you get Wemby in the paint, game over. As soon as he step in the paint, you're fucked. Pretty much. You shoot. Yeah, you get Wemby in the paint. There's nothing you could do. You're fucked at that point. I think the best thing to do is just let him shoot
foul, but he's just gonna drop it in.
Right. If I'm teams, I force Wembanyama to the 3-point line and just force him to shoot threes. Because if he gets anywhere near the paint, you're fucked.
I'd keep him mid range and out by the perimeter for sure.
Yeah, that I agree with that, Ben. If Chris Paul could have stayed healthy with Houston with prime James Harden, they would have beat Golden State eventually. Maybe not 2016 and 17, but it was coming because Durant wasn't going to be there to save them.
Golden State was cheat code in those years.
I mean, they were OP with Durant there. Once you bring Kevin Durant there and you put him with Clay and Steph and Draymond, that was just too much. It killed the parity. Like, you knew they were going to win. Like, it killed the parity when you added Durant to that particular team. And then all of them were in their primes too. Yeah, wasn't nothing you were going to do with them. Not
that
for
Brooklyn
real.
team was hilarious when everybody went to Brooklyn and they sucked.
Yeah, they went to Brooklyn and did nothing. You had Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant on the same team. And they never got to play together because they could never stay healthy long enough to play together.
And then
I think they might have played 3 times together the whole 3 years they had that experiment.
And they conflicted each other every
3 years. They experimented with that, and in all 3 years, they could never be on the floor at the same time, ever. It was a very weird dynamic that you had over there, that you couldn't get all of them to just be together and stay, together, healthy at the same time.
Everybody's trying to recreate that Miami Heat team.
Yeah, it ain't going to be done, though.
No.
I think OKC is the team that got the best formula. You play everybody, and you rotate your guys, and you keep your people, your stars, your Chet Holmgrens and your SGAs. You just limit their minutes to 25, 30 minutes a game and save them for when the playoffs come.
If your backup players are scoring points, that's just less stress that's going on your first run.
That's a good question, Ben. And if I had to choose, I would think Indiana's quarterback Mendoza would be the first round draft pick.
Number one.
That's what I'm thinking. Mendoza from Indiana would be the first round draft pick. Either him or the dude on Ohio State, the defensive dude, number 3. The safety dude on Ohio State is going to be one of those two who will be the number 1 pick, in my opinion. Yeah, but the DeAndre Jordan was well past his prime by the time he got to Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's just a shell of what he was. Like, he wouldn't have made a difference. The problem with the Brooklyn team is Ben Simmons. Like, Ben Simmons didn't want to fucking play. And if Ben Simmons would have wanted to play, that would have changed the whole dynamic of that Brooklyn team. But, Ben Simmons just, I don't know. He was on a whole nother fucking world, that dude.
Yeah, because they could have actually had somebody to play everybody if he would have just stepped his shit up.
Right, Ben Simmons, but he can
defend.
I forgot what team Ben Simmons on now. I think he on the Clippers. That's the team he on. Ben Simmons, he played for the Clippers.
Does he get the Clippers? I remember
Yeah, he come off the bench
he
on the
played
Clippers.
Orlando for a while, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's on the Clippers. Ben Simmons. He come off the bench for them. But yeah, Ben Simmons, he has so much promise, so much potential. And I think that playoff series with the Atlanta Hawks, that ruined him.
Oh yeah,
mentally.
bro.
Yeah, I think that playoff series that they lost to the Hawks, that ruined him mentally, and he's never recovered from that. In my opinion, I think Embiid hasn't really recovered from that either.
No, he's basically in a.
I think that series did
No,
both of them.
Embiid hasn't been the same since he got injured. I don't think he'll ever be.
Yeah, I don't think Joel's never going to be the same Embiid we seen win MVP. He's never going to be that.
No.
I think if Philly's smart, they do what San Antonio doing with Wemby and just bring Embiid off the bench.
That would be,
I think they could save
that would be
Embiid's
the
career if they
too.
bring him off the bench. And just give the keys to Maxey. Just give the keys to Maxey. You got Paul George still there. He's still serviceable.
They could
You
play him
understand
for
what I'm saying?
shorter amounts of time and shorter bursts too.
Yeah. You bring Embiid off the bench, and you let him play like second quarter, a little of the third quarter, and then most of the fourth quarter. Let him close the game for you. You understand what I'm saying? I wouldn't even play Embiid in the first quarter. I wouldn't bring Embiid into the game until like midway second quarter.
I might play him for a few minutes in the first, just to warm him up.
Okay, that worked too. You warm him up. Maybe the first, or maybe mid first quarter, you bring him in for a couple of minutes, then take him back out, play him. Most of the the beginning of the second quarter. You know what I mean? Take him back out, and then you have him for the second half. You play him. You know what I mean? 5 minutes, 6 minutes in the third quarter, and then let him play all the fourth quarter.
Yeah, or play him accordingly how the game's going. Because if you're blowing a team out, you don't want to.
You don't need to play him at all, right? Oh, okay. Ben Simmons. I thought he was on the Clippers the last time I checked. Ben Simmons.
Where's he at?
He said Ben Simmons is fishing. He ain't on nobody roster.
Wasn't he with Orlando before?
I had to check and see. I like I said, I last remember him being on the Clippers. But I'm about to find out right now where exactly Ben Simmons is.
Yeah. Chargers can't move the ball.
Yeah,
Looks
they
like,
look bad right now. And this is
looks
a
like
whole playoff team.
Houston stalled at 14, but that's good.
Yeah, the Chargers, they're going to have to do better than this. And, I thought Harbaugh would, but, the Chargers, they're missing a lot of their offense. They're missing both of their tackles, too, right now.
Yeah, they're missing a lot of people off both their lines, their offensive line and defensive line.
Yeah, they are missing both their tackles. So,
and you seen what that did to us when we were missing people like off of our lines.
Right.
We collapsed.
Go ahead, Brooke, if you want that.
Tampa just totally collapsed this season.
Yeah. I mean, I can't put it all on Baker Mayfield. The Mike Evans injury did a lot.
The defensive
injuries. Mike Evans, that hurt them. And the defensive injuries was a lot, too. That take a toll on you.
Okay.
Yeah, because you can score 35 points, but if the other team scores 36, you lose.
That part.
Coaching wasn't too good this year either. I didn't like a lot of the coaching, and the referees, the calling on all these games has been atrocious.
Well, tell me, as a coach, if you was their coach, what would you have done different? Even dealing with the injuries and all that, what do you think could have been done differently that they failed to do?
I think it falls on the whole coaching staff. I think it goes on the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, the play callers, all of them. I'm not just going to single out bowls.
I'm just saying, what
but
would
what
you
I
have
would have
done
done, I would have
differently
kept.
though?
I would have kept since our run game was still decent. I would have kept our game on the ground because a lot of our games were lost by stupid interceptions.
Right. That
So
last
I would
game
have
was
kept my game
definitely
on
a
the
bad
ground.
throw.
I would have let Baker cook a little bit whenever he needed to, but I would have kept the game on the ground. I would have probably looked for a couple more people before the trade deadline because we were really hurt by then. Instead, we didn't pick up anybody.
Right. Yeah, the Bucks did nothing during the trade deadline.
What else would I have done? I can't say nothing about the special teams in the beginning was really bad.
Right. But that improved over the weeks though.
Yeah.
That's
We
the
didn't
one
lose.
thing. Tampa special teams weren't that bad at the end of the year at all.
But losing our, top edge rushers and stuff like that really hurt us.
Yeah. I think you could say the same thing for Detroit. The Lions,
Oh,
the defensive
absolutely.
injuries really killed them. Like really killed them.
And it's like people are going to get hurt, but it's when they get hurt. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, key times. Yeah. Sometimes it's not about the injury, it's when the injury occurs.
Yeah, because we started out 6-1, and everybody just started getting injured, and we just dropped like flies. Everybody was dropping like flies, and so was our standings.
Yeah. Because they did come out hot, the Bucks. But, football, I never want to see a team get hot in September. I always want to see a team get hot in December.
Exactly.
So if my team is doing good at the beginning of the year, I kind of look at it as a red flag, like, oh, how long can you sustain that? You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't like it when my team gets hot at the beginning of the year because that means they're going to fail at the end of the year.
Yeah, there's always the chance.
And as for the 49ers, I'm not the big 49er fan, but they would be dumb not to keep Ayuk. They need to keep Ayuk and freaking Brandon Jennings or Jawan Jennings, excuse me. They need to keep both of them. If I'm the 49ers, I try if anybody I would cut, it would be Kittle. And the reason why
didn't he just get in trouble? What's his name? Didn't he just get suspended for something?
Nah, that was DK Metcalf.
No, it was. I think what's his name did. DK was a totally different thing. He punched a fan.
Right. As for Ayuk, something happen to Ayuk that
I think something happened to Ayuk before during this season. Could have sworn I seen something about it.
Hold on, I can look it up for you. Yeah, I go on their page and see what there's any stories in here about Ayuk. And I don't see none. Maybe this was a while ago.
It could have been somebody else too.
Yeah, as for DK Metcalf and the fan stuff, I think he got lucky by them just giving him 2 games.
Yeah.
He should have got more. You're not supposed to mess with the fans, bro. Because you don't want the fans messing with the players. A fan mess with the player, you go to jail if you're a fan and you touch a player and you get thrown out the stadium. You could get, locked up for that.
Yeah, I guess that fan's been a problem before, though.
Yeah, but my thing is you don't go touching fans. You don't want fans touching athletes. So the athletes shouldn't feel like they should be able to touch the fans either. Have the same respect that you want to be given to you. You don't want fans touching you.
I have no clue what he was thinking doing that. I don't know what the hell he was thinking doing that.
Yeah, he OD'd. And I, like I said, I think he got off lucky that, he only got what he got, a little 2-game suspension. I think it should have been more. Okay.
Yeah, there should be a clear separation when it comes to that.
But yeah, I think the 49ers, in terms of that, they need to be smarter. And if I'm going to get rid of anybody, it would be Kittle. Because Kittle contract is heavy, and he don't stay healthy long enough to get the kind of money that he's getting right now. So if I'm the 49ers, he's the person that I would probably get rid of, would be Kittle.
He's a great tight end, though.
He's a great tight end, yes.
I would take Kittle on Tampa over Otten any day.
Yeah. Listen, Kittle is a great tight end. But in terms of San Francisco, they still got to pay McCaffrey. You understand what I'm saying? If I got to choose between paying McCaffrey and paying Kittle, I'm going to pay McCaffrey. Me, personally, I'm going to pay McCaffrey before I pay Kittle. So,
oh, yeah, definitely.
So, like, Kittle, like, he's the one that I would have to, feel like he's the one that would have to go.
Now, if Kittle was smart, he would take a pay reduction.
Yeah. That too, they could always restructure his contract where he could make less money so you could pay McCaffrey so you could win, because you're not winning without McCaffrey. No. You could win without Kittle. I don't know if the 49ers winning anything without
Purdy right now either. They need Purdy real bad.
Oh, yeah. Purdy already done took them to the dance. Listen, the 49ers have always been competitive. But I don't see them getting out the NFC this year.
No.
Not this year, NFC.
It's too tight. And there's sleepers out there that could sweep everything.
Right. Like I was just telling Skywalker not that long ago on this same stream. If I'm the NFC, the one team I don't want to see in the playoffs is the Chicago Bears.
No.
That's the team I don't want to see, because you don't know what Bear team you're going to get.
Right now, I would like to see them. Right now, I would see them. Healthy, I wouldn't want to see them in the playoffs.
Yeah, the Bears, that's the sleeper team for me. And in the AFC, my sleeper team is Buffalo, because Josh Allen could win you a game on his own.
Yeah. As long as the defense.
Like, I don't trust Jacksonville. Like, I still don't trust Trevor Lawrence yet.
No, I think Jacksonville.
I definitely don't trust Bo Nix.
Jacksonville's going to get hurt with that Steelers curse in round 1.
Yeah, they got to play the Steelers. Yeah, I don't see them getting past that. Not Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game. Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game is a different Aaron Rodgers than Aaron Rodgers in the late regular season.
Oh, it's a whole different game when it comes to the playoffs. It's not regular season no more. Everything is different.
Yeah. The defenses are different. How they play you is different. Everything is magnified. And on top of that, these teams have more time to study your playbook and study what you're going to run before that game starts. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like the week-to-week thing, like they do in the regular season. Playoffs, you get plenty of time to prepare and study film and all that other stuff. See what your tendencies are and all that other, it's a lot.
The playoffs is crunch time. Them boys be putting in overtime during the playoffs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially the coaches put in a lot of overtime too, studying all that film. You think they not studying film? Just they ODing with the film come playoff time. They probably spending 4 or 5 days of their week in the film room, trying to find tendencies, trying to find gaps, and all that other stuff. Like, it's a lot. And Ink, why I got you here, what do you think of the college football playoff? How you think that's going to shake up?
The way the season was ramping up at the end there, it's going to be really, I think there's going to be some upsets coming up this week.
I think it's going to be Georgia and Ohio State in the college football national championship, but that's just me. Who you got?
I mean, those two are the most viable.
You don't think Indiana viable or Texas Tech?
I do, but I don't know which one I would take out of it that you picked.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Georgia and Ohio
I don't
State.
think Texas Tech's gonna. I think they're gonna choke.
Okay,
For some
we
reason.
see Texas Tech choking, huh? I think Texas Tech has been good all year, but we're gonna see because a lot of these teams they got to play Alabama, so.
But it could be.
Yeah, we're gonna see. I think this college football player, this quarterfinal is gonna be very interesting to watch. I'm gonna watch all 4 games because I think they're all gonna be good.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I don't know. I don't know. Because I think there's gonna be upsets. Like I think Miami's gonna put up an upset this weekend.
Oh, so you're saying, do you think they could beat Ohio State?
They
Yeah,
could.
'cause that's who they play, Ohio State.
I mean, they could. Like I said, there could be upsets that nobody expects are gonna happen because these teams have been so.
Yeah,
Ohio
it's been
State's
kind of shaky.
down. Miami's been up.
Yeah, it hasn't been a real dominant like college football team this year. I mean, Ohio State and Indiana, basically, but other outside of them, they haven't been a real dominant. And then Indiana got lucky in that Big Ten championship game. Dude missed a chip shot field goal.
Yeah,
Like a chip shot. I mean, that shit was 27 yards, something like that. You supposed to bang that in your sleep, 27 yards.
a lot of these kickers have been doing that, even in the NFL.
Right, missing chip shots.
Yeah,
Like, it got to be a mental thing, because I know it ain't a physical thing, because you got these kickers, they kicking 65-yard field goals.
yeah.
I done seen more 60-yard field goals this NFL year than I've ever seen ever in life.
Yeah, and they're missing them at home more than ever. It seems like.
Right, but you guys are banging out 60-yard field goals and missing chip shots from 20 yards and 25 yards, hooking them at that. Like,
What
it
was the
don't
record
make sense.
this year? 68 yards or something.
Yeah, some crazy shit. Like the
Kicking it
Dallas
behind the
dude,
logo?
he done hit like 3 60-yard field goals this year. Just him alone.
Yeah,
Dallas kicker
kicking it
done
behind
hit
the
like
logo.
3 60-yard jump offs from the logo. Yeah. The kicks that would have been good from 70, probably.
Yeah. Yep.
But y'all missing from 25? How you hitting from 60 and missing from 25? That's some of the most backward shit. Like, that shit backwards.
Spending all their time on them long kicks, not
Right.
practicing short ones.
Not practicing the short ones. It's kind of like golf, where a motherfucker practice driving the ball all day, but don't have no putt game.
Yep.
I think that's kind of what the kickers are going through now in the National Football League. Like, they concentrating on hitting these long 60-yard field goals, but then y'all can't kick extra points and chip shots.
No. For
Yeah,
crucial
it's a weird dynamic.
crucial points every time too.
Yeah, I find that to be a really weird dynamic that y'all missing extra points. I seen the Giants kicker, they got rid of him, Sung Young Koo. He used to
Young
kick for the
Koo.
Falcons.
Yeah,
dude,
when he put his toes in the foot, when he put his
he
toes in the
put
dirt.
his toes in the ground. Like, what the hell? Like, what are you doing, bro? How you miss a field goal like that?
I knew he was going to be a bad pickup for you guys whenever he was doing that with Atlanta.
Right. Yeah, I don't know what happened to Koo. Koo used to be reliable. His
He
first
used to
2
always
years,
get
3
my,
years on Atlanta, he was almost automatic.
Yeah,
So
he
I
used
don't
to
know
always
what
get my
happened to
fantasy
him.
score.
But you know how the field goal kicker thing, that's a mental thing. If you miss a big kick in a big game, it tends to fuck with you. And sometimes it changes the trajectory of your career. Like, some kickers don't ever get over missing a bad kick like that.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't realize why they ice the kicker. Like, icing the kicker does a lot of damage to the mental state of a kicker.
Right. Especially if that kicker already done kicked the ball one time before you iced him. If he done kicked it and it went through and it was good, and now you got to do it all over again. Yeah, that fucking.
Especially if it's a penalty on you and you got to move back 5 yards or something.
Then you got to move back 5 yards, right?
It's
So,
not
hey,
easy
tell
to
me,
be
where'd
that
you
kicker.
get your mic from? I love the glowing in the dark mic, man. That's pretty cool.
That is a HyperX Quadcast. It's
Okay,
you
yeah, I
get 'em
like
on
it that it
Amazon.
glows.
Yeah, I got it on the mic stand.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool. Yeah, I ain't got a whole mic stand yet, but I'm working on it though. Y'all guys send me some more cash apps, man, so I can get this mic stand going. Let's go. Cash app at the bottom of the screen. You know, $1 a day, man. That's all we really need is $1 a day. $1 a day, get your boy a stand. Let's go. For BD a stand. But yeah, man, that's crazy work how the field goal kickers work and all that stuff.
Same with this new kickoff rules. Like, I don't know how I really feel about them.
I don't like the new kickoff rule. I've never liked it. I like the old kickoff rule.
I mean, I like to see a run back. I like to see them be obligated to take the ball if the kicker could put it in the landing zone.
Right.
But I just think the field becomes so short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they're all
do know
lined
what
up.
you mean. You could have that same obligation and not and still have them run the distance for the kickoff like they do in college. I don't like. I'm a purist. I don't like too many rule changes like that, and I'm not a fan of the kickoff. I wish they would go back to the old kickoffs.
I do like those cheap kicks that some of them kickers can do where they make it hop after hitting it in the landing zone.
Yeah.
I do
Yeah,
like
that's pretty
those.
cool. I just seen a couple of people pull that off. But me, that's just the purist in me. Like I like the old rules and the old kickoff rules. Like I understand it's a little bit more dangerous, you know, creating the wedges for the players and all that stuff. You know how folks used to hold arm in arm to block on a kickoff. You know, you can't do that anymore. You can't leave your feet to tackle anymore. I mean, you got a lot of safety protocols in place already. So why change the kickoff when you already got, or you can't hit a dude in the head, you can't leave your feet, you can't crown folks, you can't horse collar folks, you can't hit folks below the knees. I mean, there's already a lot of stuff going on. Like you could have them run the kickoff and still have them obligated to not kick the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. Like the kickoffs used to be some of the most brutal plays of the entire game. Like I used to love watching the kickoffs.
Right. Well, motherfucker, you get hit really hard on the kickoff.
Because they had time
to get on a swivel on the kickoff because you get popped.
They'd have time to get moving. They'd have time to get moving to full speed because the field wasn't so short.
Right. But yeah, with them, you know, being 5 yards apart of each other, I think on the new kickoff rules, they 5 yards apart.
Either
and then they can't move 5 or 10 yards, something like that. But they can't move until the dude actually catches the ball.
Yeah.
So you don't give people time to build up momentum or nothing. Yeah, okay, players are getting stronger and faster, but you know, that comes with the territorial evolution of just football.
They're getting stronger and faster, but I think the game's getting softer.
The game is getting very soft. The NFL that we watch now ain't the NFL I grew up with Lawrence Taylor throwing people on their heads.
Yeah.
And cursing folks out and all that. I miss that. I'm sick of seeing quarterbacks, you know what I mean, not being able to get hit.
I miss watching a game, and when you see a hit, you're just like, ooh.
Right. Like you know what you signing up for when you play football.
Nowadays you see that hit, there's a yellow flag behind it.
Right. You know what you signed up for. It's just like, you know, when you get in the boxing ring. When you get in the boxing ring, you know what you signed up for. You know if you get your jaw broke, right? Like, or AKA Logan Paul. You know what you signed up for. I mean, Logan Paul, Jake Paul. You know what you signed up for.
I signed up to watch that for sure.
Yeah, you signed up for that. You signed up for that. Good evening, Miss D. How are you this evening?
Hi, Miss D.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. I'm sorry about your Lions, Miss D. They gave it a good run.
I already told you that. I stopped doing the games around close to Thanksgiving because I already knew. Our general manager, he don't care he decided that he was gonna stay pat with the bums. So yeah,
Do you think they need a coaching change?
no, it's not the coaching. It's the general manager. We had so many injuries. He did not replace or try to replace some of the stuff that we needed. He didn't do
Yeah, they
that.
didn't
Okay,
want to
so
spend the money.
yeah, he ain't want to spend the
Huh?
money.
Exactly. And you can't. You got look. Championship teams spend money. Even the Philadelphia Eagles went out and got some people. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, you got
So
to
he ain't
spend the money.
serious.
Yeah, you
Exactly. He's not
definitely
serious.
got to spend the money,
And then I
especially
saw
if you want to
something.
compete.
Exactly. Like, look, we had everything. Last year was just like the defense. This year was offensive line. We had like we had like four pro bowlers out on defense. I'm like, dang, that's crazy.
Oh, I know the feeling. Trust me.
Yeah, me
Yeah,
too. You see, my team, a lottery team, because of all of the injuries. The Giants gonna have a
I
good pick
know.
this year.
But
At
you know
least
what?
that's the
I
silver
have more
lining I can
confidence
get
in the
out of it. We're
Giants.
gonna get a good pick.
I have more confidence in the Giants because I don't think they that my team cheat. So
When
Well,
Scatterboo went out, though, that was a wrap. I think
yeah,
that
I mean,
was.
for me,
yeah.
when Neighbors went out, it was a wrap. I knew it was over once Neighbors went down. It was over. Plus,
I
we
think
ain't
Right,
have no
because
Neighbors
that was
defense
their
to
only.
still had a
begin with.
chance moving the ball with Scatterboo on the field, but once it was done with him.
Yeah, once
Once they let
Scatterboo went
Well,
down, it
Barmore,
was pretty much over. But for me, when Neighbors
he
went
didn't
down, it
play
was
with.
over for me then.
Right, it was because they didn't have no. Y'all ain't had no other receiver
Yeah, we ain't have no other
that could
receiver,
take.
right?
Yeah, he was the only one. So they need some receivers and maybe what
Yeah,
else y'all need. I
we
don't know.
need everything, Miss D. We need receivers, we need linebackers, we need safeties, we need corners. Like we need a whole fucking revamp. Like we got it bad. Like I don't even know what we're gonna do draft day because we got so many holes. Like the draft can't fix all of the holes that we have.
Well, that's why you get veterans. So draft good, get your veterans. It's still New York, so people still want to come to the Big Apple. So you know how that
Right.
go.
That's the only thing that
You can
save
still
us. That
that.
is
It's
still
not
New
like
York.
Detroit where
That
you
can
say
do.
BD, I
right.
will be doing some reporting for you at this year's draft. I got because it's here in Pittsburgh.
Oh, it is.
Oh, it's dope.
Yeah,
Oh, forget about that.
Yeah,
I
I
will be
forgot
at the
about that
draft
too.
this
That is
year.
in Pittsburgh.
Yep, I'll be
And
at it,
salute
and
to
I
you,
will be
Bob. I
reporting
see
for
you
you.
there.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, that'd be great to get live coverage from the draft. That would be freaking awesome.
Yep, I'm getting a hotel room out there in downtown.
Oh man.
I'm gonna
Oh
go out
wow,
for the
that's
whole
pretty
weekend.
cool.
Yep,
What day is it?
it is. I can't look. It's in the spring, I think, right?
Yeah, it's always in spring.
It's on a Saturday. It's on the weekend. It's on Saturday and Sunday, I believe.
Okay, well that's even great. If it's on a Saturday, if it's on the weekend, yeah, that would be great because then I could go live while the draft is going on.
Yeah, whatever days on the weekend for the draft, I'll do some reporting for you out there.
Yeah, I hope you have a good time too, because I remember when the drafts used to be in New York every year. I done went to a couple of drafts. The draft is always fun.
Oh
The
yeah,
NFL draft.
I want
Yeah,
to
the
see
NFL draft is always fun.
I'm ready to see
Yeah,
the legends.
I've been able to go to a couple when they used to, because remember they used to be in New York every year back
Yeah,
in the days. So like, we got spoiled with having the draft every year. So, I done got to go to a couple of them. So yeah, the draft is pretty fun.
So your Steelers
it's gonna
they
be
going
cool.
to the playoffs?
Who?
Your Steelers?
He's a Tampa Bay fan.
The
He's a
Steelers are
Buccaneers
still
fan.
trying to get in. I think they have the best chance. They have a better
You a
chance
Tampa Bay
than
fan in
Baltimore.
Pittsburgh? That's good though. Okay.
I
But you know
live in
what?
Pittsburgh, but I'm a Tampa fan.
Oh, okay. But you know what? I always hope that Baltimore trade Lamar Jackson because they disrespect him so much. They don't realize that he did everything.
No, he
I
You
hope
played
he.
really
for that
think they're
team.
gonna trade Lamar Jackson though?
I
I
hope
don't think
so.
Baltimore gonna do it.
He's not
I
I
going
hope
just don't
so.
anywhere.
see them doing that.
And you know why I say that? Because they keep talking about he lazy and all that. But you not look. He cannot do everything by himself. He's not the reason why they lose. He never had
No.
a wide receiver like he never had
Not a
weapons.
big time wide receiver, not no number one, a real number one
Hey,
option. He ain't never had that.
when he
Zay
get like
Flowers ain't
DeAndre
a number
Hopkins, by the
one
time he got
option.
DeAndre Hopkins, he was old. He didn't get
Right.
the prime time DeAndre Hopkins.
No, he ain't get prime DeAndre Hopkins. Nah, hell no. He ain't get prime Odell Beckham either. When he
No,
get a big name receiver, he get them past
they
their
be old.
prime.
Exactly. Not old, but past their prime. They injury prone. Like Odell was still young, but he had so many knee injuries. It kind of, you know. I hope so. I want them to trade him because you cannot keep both him or Harbaugh. I don't like Harbaugh as a coach.
Well, where do you think he would go? What would be a good spot for
Send him
Lamar
home.
Jackson?
Send him any Florida team. You
Any
say you like
Florida
the
team,
Dolphins,
Tampa,
Actually,
but
she's got a
Tampa.
point.
Look, Tampa, because Tampa out of all the Florida teams. Well, no. You know what? The
Miami
Jags.
would prosper a lot better from him going there.
Right, but that's true. And then, he's closer to. I think he's closer to Miami. He's not from Miami, but he's closer. I guess. But I
well,
would
that would be
say
interesting. Him on Miami if
the
Tyreek
Jags.
Hill
The
comes back.
Jags do need a quarterback. Trevor Lawrence might not be it. So the
Don't
Jags
tell
got more
Duvall
talent.
that.
Oh,
We'll
right.
we'll know about Trevor after we see him actually in the playoffs.
Well, this would be
We'll
his
see.
second playoff game, Trevor Lawrence, right?
Yeah, but not actually. Like he was still pretty fresh in that. Like now he knows the game.
I want to do a show with BD. We gotta get a schedule.
Yeah, we got to
Skywalker.
get a schedule.
Because look, when I'm at work, you come on. I just happen to catch you. I'm glad you're still on. But yeah, I'll be at work when you come on.
Yeah, and I wouldn't mind that at all. At all,
Yeah,
period. That would be fun.
Sky, everybody, come on up. That'd be dope. But yeah, I wish they trade him. I really do because they keep saying they gonna keep Harbaugh, and they not gonna go nowhere with that. That combination, you don't go nowhere with that.
I think Jackson's going to retire with the Ravens before he goes anywhere
Well,
else.
they got to get rid of Harbaugh because I don't like that. Yeah, y'all got to get rid of him. And you got to look, get him a receiver. Quit being cheap. Either get a receiver or get him a receiver, a younger vet. Don't do that.
No, they need to go high on the draft for.
Yeah, they
for
got to get a receiver though. They
Right.
need a receiver really bad in Baltimore because you got the running game. You still got Henry. Henry's
You need
still giving
multiple.
you 1,000 yards a year.
Right. But he's a fumble. He's a fumble guy. Like I said, I want to see Lamar Jackson. What can he do with some good receivers? And then you can say, "Oh, it's Lamar's fault." But
We
you
know
can't
what
say
he
it's
can do with
Lamar's
good
fault.
receivers.
Yeah. Well, what good receivers?
He takes the Ravens to the
They
playoffs
don't have
every year
that's not,
whenever they.
yeah, but that's not. They don't have good receivers. I'm talking about a guy like
She
shoot.
talking about a superstar receiver. He
Right.
need a
I'm talking about like
superstar receiver,
I
like
can't even think of it.
A Puka
A
Noka,
Puka, I can't think of
a Diggs, a Stephon Diggs,
right. Stephon
something
Diggs
like
or
that.
right.
Like a
A
small
Yeah.
real a real wide receiver one, a real
He need
WR
1,000
one.
yards, a 15-yard type receiver, and not only that. Guess what? He need a tall receiver. They keep giving him these short guys. He needs
Yeah,
somebody
he
like
needs like a Mike Evans.
6'1", 6'2". Yeah, something like
He
that.
needs a
You
Mike
6'2",
mean a
Evans.
big target, a AJ Brown, a DK
Yeah, AJ
Metcalf?
Brown,
Yeah,
Devontae Smith.
right.
Come on, something like come on.
Well, Devontae Smith, he's not big like that, but
No, he's not. Well, he's tall. He's at least 6'1". He's just skinny as hell, but
I wouldn't mind seeing the dude from the Falcons go over there to Drake London or Kyle
oh
Pitts,
yeah,
one of
I
them.
like Kyle Pitts. Yep, because Kyle Pitts played more like a receiver.
Right,
He
that's
played
what
like
I'm
a
saying. But
Kelsey.
you said a big
Right.
target, right? Like a big target.
Right.
Kyle
You
Pitts
just throw
would
the
fit
ball
that
up and
mold.
you just catch it. Right.
You know
Throw
what?
the
That
ball
would
up.
be a hell of a fit too. Him going to Atlanta. I'd hate to see it though as a
Yeah.
Tampa fan.
Yeah, that would be a hell of a fit.
If they
Lamar
trade him,
Jackson
I don't
on
think they're gonna
Atlanta.
trade him in the AFC though. I don't think they're gonna trade him to the AFC. If they do trade him, it'd be to the NFC team. If they do trade him.
Yeah, I would love to see. That would set Atlanta on fire to have Lamar Jackson here.
Yes. Look, that's Michael Vick 2.0 as far as the running and the
Man, that would set the whole city on fire. You get Lamar Jackson on the Falcons. Oh,
Yeah.
everybody would be a Falcon
You
fan
know what?
then.
You know what I think would be the biggest kick in the balls to Harbaugh is if after Aaron Rodgers leaves, he goes to Pittsburgh and takes him to a
Oh
Super
yeah,
Bowl.
I like that. But
Oh,
you
you're
know
talking
what?
about
I'm mad.
Lamar being on Pittsburgh.
But you
After
know
That would
what?
Rodgers
be
leaves,
interesting too.
Ain't they
That
made
would
a
be
mistake?
very interesting. I ain't
They
even
made a
think of
mistake.
that.
They didn't go get Shador.
Yeah, and then get to go against Shador twice a year.
No, no,
Yeah,
no, no,
that would
no,
be
no.
very
No, I said they
interesting.
didn't get him. I said Pittsburgh
no,
didn't get Shador. Pittsburgh should have drafted Shador.
Yeah, they should. The Giants should have drafted Shador.
Exactly. That's what. Look, you know
Shit.
what? Before the draft, they kept saying that he was going to the Giants, and the Giants passed him up twice. The Saints passed him up twice. Like really?
I think the Saints would have been a force to be reckoned with if he would have went there.
Yes. They passed him up twice. I'm looking. Okay. The Saints gonna get him this time. They didn't draft him. The Saints gonna get him this time. I'm like, really? The
Yeah,
Saints
because
did that?
they chose that bum Spencer Rattler, who's a bum. And I've been saying he been a bum. He was a bum in college,
Well,
Spencer
yeah,
Rattler.
right. And you already see what he
No,
is
they
because he's been
they
in the league.
chose Shug or whatever his name is.
Yeah, he's an older rookie. He about like 26, 27. But
Yeah,
another
Shug.
team I thought he should have went to the Raiders.
That would have been a good
They
fit
need a
for him.
quarterback. Right. They don't have a quarterback. Because no disrespect, Geno Smith is good as a backup. He's not a starter no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah,
So,
Geno Smith, he never really got a fair shake though until now. Like you remember, he
well, he
spent
got
his
better.
first 10 years, riding the
Well, he
bench.
sucked. But you know what? The Jets would do that to you. The Jets would make anybody suck. The Jets always,
They
like
just
Sam Darnold. Listen, look, Sam Darnold played better now than he did with the Jets. It must be the Jets.
Right.
The Jets.
And Skywalker, Shador don't suck. If anybody
No, he
suck,
don't.
Justin Fields suck. That's who sucks.
Right.
Justin
What I
Fields
thought it
sucks.
was? He do. You know what I thought it was? Because the Bears had a horrible offensive line. I say maybe if he left the Bears, he'd be okay. Maybe he do. I don't think he suck, but maybe he's not the starter that you think he is. He's not a starter. Some
him
some people
backing
just
up Caleb Williams would have been really nice.
right. That's true.
Right.
That's true. But you know what the crazy part about it? Last year, he played good with the Steelers.
He did.
He played good with the Steelers. But they
Yeah,
went with
Justin
Russell
Fields was
Wilson.
decent on the Steelers
Yeah.
last year, but he
Yeah.
sucked as a starter, though, Miss D. He sucks as a starter, Justin Fields. He sucks. He just do. He just sucks.
Fields would have been good if he would have made better decisions. He was a bad decision maker.
Right.
He didn't know
Yeah,
when
his
to leave the
decisions
pocket,
on
and
the
whenever he
field
did leave the
and
pocket,
stuff.
he didn't know which way to go.
And
Nah,
that's not
listen,
good.
Skywalker, I know you're a Giant hater, but like Jackson Dart did perform well this year. I wasn't high on Jackson Dart, but he proved me wrong.
He was
Jackson
okay,
Dart,
but I still would have picked Shador.
he was
I
okay.
like he was okay. He was okay this year. But Scatterbo
I think
made
all the rookies did good this year. I think all the rookie
Yeah.
quarterbacks did good
They
this
did.
year.
They didn't do too bad. They did.
Yeah, I can't say the only one who really sucked was Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel and Spencer Rattler, both of them sucked. And not for nothing, Michael Penix Jr., he didn't perform all that great either this year. Falcon quarterback.
I mean, I would say none of them really sucked. I think they all did average.
Yeah, I don't think any of them stood out, though. Not for real. Maybe, Drake May, he's not
Drake
a
May
rookie.
is a standout for sure.
He's not a rookie, though, is he? I think, is this his second year or his first?
I think this
Second
is
year. Third, second, third.
No, it's Bo Nix's first year, right?
Yeah, it's Bo Nix'
No.
first year.
Standout.
That is? Oh, okay.
No, in fact, no. Bo Nix, this is Bo Nix' second year, I think.
You sure?
I don't think Bo Nix is a rookie. Hold on. I know he came from Oregon too, Bo Nix. Matter of fact, yeah, Bo Nix not a rookie because he came before Dylan Gabriel. So he can't be a rookie. Yeah, he can't be a rookie. I know both of them are Oregon guys. But yeah, for everybody who's in here, man, thank y'all for coming and being in the chat, watching the show. I appreciate all y'all. Like, share, subscribe, share the video, hit the cash up at the bottom of the screen, support the channel. We in here, man. Every Saturday I do this. You know, the more the merrier. The link's at the top of the screen, and we freestyling right now.
I am actually going to cut out.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing the same thing because I gotta go cook
Yeah, I'm
What you
about
cook?
to
stuff.
get on